A very good morning to you and welcome to this edition of Idea Morning Digest. What a pleasure. I missed everyone yesterday, but I'm here now in flesh and blood, sitting with the melanin popping Cynthia to bring you up to speed with the latest happenings in science, technology, education, innovation, everything happening across Africa as long as it's going to contribute to the development of the African continent. And, you know, I'm always so excited to talk about stories like that, especially with ECO. And today I have Cynthia Bassi. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, Gina. So you see this, and I'm just like, okay.
Thank God you're not a guest
Yes,
today.
it's always good to be with you, too, as usual and as always. Welcome our viewers. Welcome to the Idea Morning Digest. I'm just here to tell you if you like what we do, if you like everything we do here around science, technology, innovation, education, entrepreneurship, name it. We are here to bring it to you. So you can send your thoughts, you can send your opinions, you can send your ideas to us at Idea Television, and of course via our email at ideatvlimited@gmail.com. Like I always tell you, we want to hear from you.
Exactly. We want to hear from you. We like to read from you. But in the meantime, we'll let's go on the short break. When we return, it'll be time for us to bring you up to speed with the latest news happening in Nigeria and beyond. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Idea Morning Digest, and if you're just joining us, we still say welcome to you. Right about now, we want to get straight into the leading stories making waves across Nigeria and the continent, Africa.
Okay, you heard Cynthia. So we're starting out right with the first story. FG unveiled portal to tackle housing estate fraud. The federal government has launched a new digital portal that allows Nigerians to report fraudulent activities in housing estates across the country. The platform, developed under the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, enables citizens to submit complaints, upload evidence, and track the progress of their cases. It is accessible via reports.fmhuv.gov.ng. According to the ministry, complaints will be reviewed in collaboration with professional bodies, law enforcement agencies, and the judiciary. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, said the initiative aligns with the National Housing Policy, which seeks to protect citizens from fraudulent actors, regulate estate developers, and strengthen oversight of the real estate sector. The ministry also introduced a second platform, the Contract Performance and Compliance Project Monitoring System, designed to monitor housing projects in real time, evaluate contractor performance, and provide a centralized database for project documents and payments. Officials explained that both platforms reflect the ministry's commitment to transparency and accountability. They were developed in partnership with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to ensure effective tracking and prosecution of fraud cases. The launch featured demonstrations by technical consultants and comes as part of a wider government efforts to improve housing delivery following the early introduction of the Renewed Hope Housing online portal for home sales and mortgage support. The ministry stressed that fraudulent practices in the housing sector will no longer be tolerated and offenders will face the full weight of the law. I wish this will actually happen. It looks like a very bogus plan. It looks very bogus to me. For it's not that it can't be done, but I'm thinking about the whole reality surrounding Nigeria when it comes to implementation, and I can just think from the top of my head that is this not too much for an initiative that's just launching out, and we're not even done with the first platform. We're already thinking of the second one. Are we even able to categorize all the estates first of all? Because I know that this is particular to people who live in estates. I mean, it doesn't matter those who live outside of the estates. So you see, if you've not been able to capture everybody, then the housing scheme and plan still has a long way to go. Because I think that it shouldn't just capture those who are in organized housing. We're interested in making houses organized, but you know that there are landlords who do not have houses in estates. I mean, it feels as though people who live in estates are those who are the elite, those who can afford, more money, and those who have access to proper housing. But then again, when decisions happen, it trickles down to everybody, whether you live in the estate or not. And so I'd rather we go into proper mapping of all the houses that we already have. There should be a database for the landlords, whether your house is in an estate or not. When we start from there, then we can say, okay, we are ready for the housing thing. Because I feel like there's no proper documentation for a lot of things in Nigeria. The database around infrastructure is usually poor. And so when you think of those things, then you realize that are we even ready for implementing a platform? Talk more of implementing a new platform that is going to track fraud cases, that is going to ensure project management of houses that you're not directly in charge of, that is going to supervise people's projects. Do you understand? I mean, if somebody has money to get a land, the person doesn't have to get a land in an estate for you to watch. So if the project is not going to be, or the platform is not going to be robust enough to capture those who are outside a particular organized housing scheme, then it has a long way to go. Because I'd rather we have an organized way of living. And whether we like it or not, all fingers can never be equal. So if we do not bring everybody into the scheme of things, then we are, at best, just playing with the wind. And you know what happens when you play with the wind? You just go anywhere. You do not really hold on to something. So the laudable idea, but for me, it's bogus. I don't know if Cynthia has a contrary opinion, though.
What you said is right, but I'll just touch on what the initiative is about. I think it's more like a digital. I like that you brought that for, so I won't want to dwell on that. But then it's a digital compliance portal and contract monitoring system. So I just feel when it comes to frauds in the real estate sector, this is a direct response to such issues that has plagued the real estate sector for long, especially in Abuja, especially in urban. But I like that you brought the rural aspect of it, but especially in urban cities like Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt. All of these inefficiencies when it comes to real estate, the real estate sector has plagued people, not just consumers, should I call them consumers, customers, but also people, real estate developers. But then, I think what the federal government is trying to do with this introducing this digital compliant portal and contract monitoring system is, I think it's, let me say, if implemented effectively, I think these tools can help transform all of those oversights when it comes to housing delivery. And let's think about it, for the first time, because this is new, for the first time, and I like that it's even coming from the government, for the first time citizens will have a tracking system where they can track what they are buying, what is being sold to them. We would have like a compliance system. There will be evidences for what you are buying, for who you are doing businesses with. You can evaluate the developer or the real estate company you are doing business with, or the agents, in real time. So I think this is going to bring that transparency that was so sort of lack in the real estate sector for a long time now, because I've always admired countries. I've always admired Dubai, the UAE. I've always admired it. They have a serious, should I say, tight regulatory system when it comes to their real estate sector. You know, them, they are thinking urban and urban and urban. Almost everywhere, you cannot tell. They still have rural areas, but it's just few. You cannot really tell everywhere. So if we look at things like this, if we look at the way forward, we would be talking about making the real estate, more houses for people, making urban houses, making everywhere more like urban. Not like I'm saying we are going to do away with rural areas, but we are looking at development here. So I think this is the best thing to do at this point in time, looking at all the frauds, all the challenges that comes with fraud, complaints from customers. I mean, most people have complained for a long time that they send people that are based in the abroad, say they send money to people in Nigeria to, you know, before it was I give my brother money, I gave my sister money, and they didn't build the house. So people started tilting to, you know, the other way. Let's do, since real estate companies started selling out their offers, started pushing out their offers, you can be anywhere and you can get a house, blah, 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 and this and that. But then people were still met with this, you know, challenges. So I think this is the best way to go. But then at the end of the day, we always say, it's not about launching a portal. Nigerians are good with launching portals. It's not about launching a portal. First of all, will that portal be accessible? It's not the one that you try to open a portal for 100 million hours. And then, so I just feel portals have been launched several times. The immigration have launched portals. Is it for procurement? Is it for immigration services? So many other things, portals have been launched, but most of them have been underutilized because of inefficiency. So I think the way to go is to make sure we enforce, like according to this portal, is a digital compliant portal and a contract monitoring portal. So we want to see real life quick actions. We want to see quick prosecutions of defaulters of this system. We want to see visible convictions. Nigerians are a believer of, we believe what we see. We do not like to be told things. We want to see it in reaction. So I feel like this is a brilliant initiative, first of all. But Nigerians, we only judge when they see results. Yes, that's the only thing. That's what I can say here. I think that brings us, or if you have something you want to...
Yes, just a little. I like the perspective that you've brought into the discussion. And, you know, it's very mind-opening. And I'm just hoping that really this catches up with fraudsters, because we have a lot of fake people who, you know, pretend to be realtors and then get money from unsuspecting individuals that they'll get a house. And after a while, government comes and says, oh, this house, this property was not approved. Meanwhile, the realtors had showed you documents of they had approval from the government to sell this property or to have this on lease. And then you're wondering. So I'm hoping that the platform, more than anything, really tackles the issue. Even though I still feel it's bogus, but let's go on to the next story.
Okay. So moving on, hackers exploit Google Classroom in global phishing campaign. Cybersecurity experts have uncovered a major phishing campaign that has turned Google Classroom, one of the world's most trusted educational platform, into a tool for fraud. Researchers revealed that in just 1 week, attackers launched 5 coordinated waves of phishing attacks, sending more than 115,000 emails to 13,500 organizations across Europe, North America, and Middle East and Asia. Instead of genuine classroom invitations, cyber criminals sent fake messages packed with commercial spam, from reselling offers to search engine optimization services. Each email then directed recipients to contact scammers through WhatsApp, a tactic designed to bypass corporate security filters. Because the message were delivered via Google's own infrastructure, many